Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we've created some pandas data frames. Now what we want to do is, well, let's read the data in, because we're not going to be creating, you might be creating data using pandas, but in this class we're going to be using company data and reading that in. So this module, or this little section that we're talking about here, we're going to be reading data into a data frame. So Pandas has built-in support to read the laminated files. So these are files such as Excel or comma separated value files, which are usually a .csv. So delimited. So things that have a delimiter in them, such as a comma or a space or a tab. The .csv files are files that are just really plain text files. Where the fields, and those are, we got fields, variables, right? We got observations, which are rows, and we've got variables or fields, which are the columns. So we're dealing with CSV files where the fields, and these are columns / variables, are separated by commas. There are other delimiters that you may have seen in working with text files. Such as tabs, periods, and semicolons. And others, right? So other things. In this course, all the data is in CSVs. So they're all pretty clean. We don't have to go through the process of cleaning data. I mean, this is an analysis course, not a cleaning data course. And I can't stand it when the first thing anybody says when they're talking about data analytics is the first thing you do is spend 80% of your time cleaning the data. Okay, we can get people to do that. I would much rather have you guys focus your attention on analysis, right? So the files we're going to be using do not require any pre-processing. Okay, and again, pre-processing or getting the data ready to process is lower level work. In this course, we are interested in the analytics. In using Python to execute the analytics. Okay? And I want to make sure this is a subtle point, but it's an important point. Python is not the analytics. Python is the tool to execute your analysis. Okay. So when you specify file name to, and this is the code, pandas.read_CSV, or if you define pandas, it would be pd read_CSV. And that's if you import pandas with the PD abbreviation. You should provide the complete path. As you know, as a shortcut, you can change your working directory to where the files are located, and merely use the file name without the full path. You'll figure out what you want to do. So now, to figure out what the current path is, to find the current working directory. You type pwd into the IDE, right? And in this case, we're using Spider, so Python program. And you'll figure out where you are. So pwd, we're going to run that line, and that's my path. I can also figure out quite quickly, going to variable view. I can also go up here, not even going to variable view anywhere. I can also go up here in Spider and see what my path is. And I can change my path in Spider quite easily. So I can go in here and say, well, I really want my F drive, which right now is not showing up, but we'll get it open. Maybe I want that, and I want it going to my teaching, and I want it to go to Python analytics, right? Maybe that's where I want it to go. And so now I have a new path for that. All right. So lots of different things to do as far as setting up and figuring out where your path is in Python. All right. So let's do what we always have to do, which is import pandas as PD. All right. And so we want to run that. And now we have that in there. Okay, so I'm going to figure out why one of my files is not showing up. One of my directories is not showing up. I'm going to pause this and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got try to do a little bit of debugging on my computer here. I'm going to stop this video and we'll finish it up with a part 2 once I figure out where my working directories went. Okay, so we'll finish this little script off with a part 2.